This is about the fat burning pens, and it's a bit different. And some girls who I'm not going to say abusing, but using them when they don't need to. And obviously, you know, I promote the sales of them, and I do believe people should be able to use them. And I think they're great for bodybuilding. They're great for people with obesity problems, especially those who do struggle with addiction issues and food. The point where I get worried is, so an example, I'm just going to use an example of a girl, and she's beautiful. And she's not a big girl. She has no fat on her. And she started taking the Ozempic pens originally, and then she started taking the retatrutide. And she should never, I said to her, I don't understand why you want these fat burners. And she goes, well, look, Chris. So she lifts up her top, and I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I want to get rid of this. And I'm like, flour, no, that's, there is as much fat there as here. It's like that, like there's nothing. And she goes, well, look, when she sits, there isn't a roll. And I went, flour, like, I'm looking out for you out of care. You don't need these. And, you know, I've seen another girl, and again, she's like, well, I just want to lose half a stone on these. And it's like, well, there's a girl said it to me, she weighs 45 kg. And she goes, I want to go down to 40. And she was so beautiful. And I'm like, you don't need to go to 40 kg. You know, you don't have any fat. And I'm seeing some of these girls, and hopefully it takes a positive message where, you know, I'm not going to speak on what a guy likes, because we all like different things, and what a girl likes. What's so important is what you like, and that you're happy with the body you're in. That's the important thing. So this is obviously my message to a lot of women in this. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, obviously, like me particularly, I'm very personality driven, so I don't care if someone's skinny. I usually don't find someone attractive until I get to know them. I'm like, yeah, I think they're amazing, they're beautiful, and then usually they've got BPD and mental health disorders, and I'm an idiot. But jokes aside, I'm very personality driven, so I'm also not stupid. And like, you'll see a girl go, she's got a nice bum, and you've got to look, when you're losing all this weight, your legs are going, your bum's going, your boobs are going. And I've seen some girls where you've gone to such a level, you've lost the femininity in your face, and you look, if I'm honest, sorry I had an itchy ear, you look sick. And you already, you know, I get why we always want to improve our looks. You know, all of us, we're always striving for perfection, and perfection never exists in our eyes and our own hearts. But where I'm trying to come from on an emotional side here is, there is some really beautiful girls, and you don't need these. And this is coming from someone who would sell them. You don't need these girls. And I'm looking out, or maybe you only need to lose 4 or 5 pounds, and you look perfect. Don't think you need to lose 10, 20 pounds. There's so many of you who don't. And it's a bit of a scary thing from someone who actually genuinely cares, because I've seen some beautiful girls really make themselves poorly, ill, and just, you know, abuse these drugs. And I'm actually saying this out of love and kindness and care, that, you know, be careful, guys.